Hi friends, if you are implementing lease module, then this video is very important for you. In this video, I am going to explain you if our lease term is different and our asset useful life is different, then how the system calculates the depreciation. Plus, we are also going to see if transfer of ownership button is enabled, then how the system calculates the depreciation. So this is a very great article which Microsoft has provided. Here you can see that if the asset will be amortized over the lease term or the asset useful life, whichever is less, plus if transfer of ownership parameter is turned on the lease, then the asset will be depreciated over the asset useful life. So what is the first, we need to understand what is the concept behind this. So for example, our installment term, it means our lease term is 10 years, then it means it is 120 months, and our asset useful life is, let's say, 12 years, which means 144 months. So here our asset useful life is more, but the system will amortize the ROU asset over the lease term only, because we are only getting the benefit for 10 years, not 12 years. So that's why the lease term will be utilized and asset will be depreciated over 120 months. In the second case, let's say our lease term is 10 years, but our asset useful life is only 9 years. It means 108 months. So so the RU asset will be going to be depreciated over 9 years. This will be a very rare case in which we will see that the lease term is more and asset useful life is less, but this can be a case. So that's why we are also going to cover that. Now, the last case is where transfer of ownership parameter is turned on, then whatever will be the case, system is just going to use the asset useful life parameter and asset useful life, and it is going to depreciate over the asset useful life. Right now I'm going to show how it is done in system. So let me open the environment. Right, so we are going to create a lease. Let me just name it as depreciation logic. Right, and here I am going to put the asset useful life here. So here you need to provide the asset useful life in month. In my previous video, actually I mistakenly entered here as year, but it should be months. So you need to enter months here. Right, and here let me enter the months is 144. We are going to cover the first case where our lease term will be 10 years. Right, so we have provided a asset useful life, and all other things are provided. We have provided the period. Now create schedule. Also please note that transfer of ownership is no for now. Right, click on the box button. Right, now let's go to payment schedule, confirm the schedule, and just see the asset depreciation schedule. So here you can see that the asset will be depreciated for 120 months. It means for 10 years, because in this case our lease term is less. So I will show you the lease term here. Yeah, lease term is here 120 months, and our asset useful life is 144 months. So whatever is less, the asset will be going to depreciate over those months. Right, now second case. So I'm just going to adjust the book here. Now let's decrease the asset useful life. So I'm decreasing the asset useful life. Click on create schedule and go back. Now go to asset depreciation schedule. I'm not, doing all the adjustment. I'm just going to show you this asset depreciation schedule. You can see that 108, right? So asset will be depreciated for 108 months. So total ROU divided by 108 month will be our depreciation expense, right? So this is very simple, right? So when you adjust the book, you need to go to payment schedule and you need to confirm the schedule again, and then you need to do your other adjustment, right? Now our third case. So let's coming to our third case is you need to go to adjust book, transfer ownership to yes. Now you can see that in this case, let me just increase the asset useful life to 144 months. So in this case, if I go to my screen, Excel here our lease term is less, asset useful life is more, but transfer of ownership I have turned it more, right? So now in this case, asset useful life I am putting 144. So here I am putting 144 as well as I am putting the transfer of ownership to yes. So when I create a schedule, then I am expecting that system should depreciate or amortize the RU over 144 months only, right? So just click on the create schedule button because see logically we are getting the benefit for 144 months because when transfer of ownership is yes, it means after the lease the asset is going back to lessee who is taking the asset on lease, right? So now go to asset depreciation schedule and let's see that the asset is getting depreciated for 144 months. Yeah, so you can see now it is getting depreciated for 144 months, right? So this was the overall concept of depreciation when we are not attaching the fixed asset. So when we are attaching the fixed asset with the lease record, then the fixed asset model will be used for depreciating the asset, right? So that's all about this video, friends. If you like this video, then please share this video with your friends.